Hey guys, it's Cal from the Lighting Doctor here. I hope you guys enjoy this video with some more great landscape lighting tips. To learn more about landscape lighting, go and check out our website at lightingdoctor.ca, or if you want to see what a real quality landscape light should look like, go and check out our Try It Before You Buy It offer, where you can get a premium quality fixture at a discounted rate with your very own battery pack, so you can go and test out how that light's going to look and feel what a real premium quality light should look like. So go and check us out at lightingdoctor.ca, or go watch more videos on YouTube just by searching for the Lighting Doctor. Hey guys, thanks for watching. We're going to go through another segment here. We're going to answer some of your questions and show you where we're sending out some different lights and why we're sending them, and hopefully answer some questions that way. So I've got two fairly big orders today that are going out. One is to Ohio and one is to Missouri. The cool thing is the first one that's going to Ohio, again, it was somebody who just took advantage of the free landscape lighting consultation, because the hard part with installing landscape lighting is not connecting the lights and everything. It's coming up with the design. If you don't have the experience, just knowing where the best places are to go and place those lights. Even with that being said, our second order had gotten our Try It Before You Buy It lights, where you can actually get some of our up lights and path lights and go and test them out on your property with these plug-in battery packs. It's a great way to go find out what looks good, and it helps eliminate that the guessing work of which lights are going to look good where. So that's a great way to get started. That's probably the trickiest part. Installing the actual lights is easy, and then the physical work of burying the wire is probably the other toughest part. It's not hard to do. It's just physical labor. But what I like about this one kit that we're going out, what they did is they kind of pre-planned for it, and as they were doing their landscaping, they had somebody else bury all the wire for them. So now all they have to go do is tap into the existing wire in the ground and add their lights, and they're adding like 40 lights on this project. So back to our first order, it's pretty standard. It's just they've got about 13 up lights, and where they're going to be using those is to really highlight the architectural features of their home. They've got some beautiful brickwork, some beautiful stonework around their entryway, which the entryway is always one of the first places you should start with landscape lighting, because you really want to make that pop. And if you've got great architectural features on your home, I always suggest starting with that too. People tend to just go after pathways and lighting trees, and I think often they miss the boat by not highlighting some of the beautiful stonework and architectural features and brickwork that there is on their home. So that's what I like about this first order, is they've taken advantage of that. They got our free consultation. We kind of helped them out with that, and it made it a real easy decision for them to go ahead and do that. So that's kind of our first order. Our second order, like I said, they had already pre-planned all the wire. And the one thing I will say about both of these orders, the nice thing is we have kits online, but not every kit fits everybody. So both of these are totally customized orders based on what the client was looking for. We put those together all the time because we want to make sure you get the right lights for the right features for the right project. And that's what we've done here. So they went and they've gone ahead and got all the wire in their ground, so we don't even have to send any wire, which is a beautiful thing. And I would recommend, if you're thinking of adding landscape lighting but you're not sure yet and you have the opportunity, well, maybe the ground is open, go and get that wire in early. Just leave yourself a bunch of slack and a bunch of points where you can tap into that. We have all kinds of wiring videos. If you go to YouTube and just look up Lighting Doctor wiring diagram, we'll tell you how to tap into existing lines. We'll tell you how to wire the last light on the line, how to light or wire each fixture. It's all there. You can just go search Lighting Doctor wiring on YouTube, and there's literally probably 30 videos that can show you how to do that. So it's easy to do. The other thing is, because this is such a big order, there's probably about 40 lights going into the system, and the nice thing is there are staple lights still. There are uplight or accent light from FX Luminaire, because it's such a good quality light, and it does 90% of what you're going to need to do on your property. And then the other light is just our sturdy, durable path light that's great for garden beds and different areas like that. So there's only 2 lights on this project, but because there's so many of them, what we've done is there's 2 separate transformers that are going to run this, just so they don't have to worry about voltage drop or anything. And sometimes the challenge with running 2 separate transformers, especially if they're on a photocell, depending on where that transformer is located, it's going to get different amounts of light at different times of day. So the the lights might not be synced and going on and off at the same time, and that may or may not be a big deal for you. But one thing that we like doing is turning all of our transformers into Wi-Fi transformers, and it's just a simple Wi-Fi plug that we use that comes with all our transformers, so that now you can have them both synced on the same app. You can have them synced with the same schedule. There's literally 7 different timer options that you can use. You don't need a photocell because it uses astronomic timing, which basically just uses sunrise and sunset based on your area. But you can also just program the times in. You can turn them on and off from anywhere in the world. It's totally cloud-based. I know there's going to be some new Wi-Fi controllers that are coming out. They're coming out all the time that make it, super easy. The original ones that came out Wi-Fi wise were you need to be a rocket scientist to operate them. That's not the case anymore, which is the simple Wi-Fi plugs that we're using. So excited to have that, and that's why we chose 2 transformers for this one. As well as another question I get asked a lot of times is, do I have to use 2 transformers if I've got kind of lights on both ends of the property? So the answer is, well, it depends. If you want to control those lights separately at all, let's call it zoning, like you want front yard and backyard, you want them to go on at different times, then you're probably going to have to use 2 separate transformers, unless you want to like upgrade to the really expensive ones. But for now, 2 transformers, Wi-Fi plug-in on the same app, but you can control them differently. But if you don't care if they're on and off at different times or don't need to zone them, then you can definitely use 1 transformer. And a lot of times what we'll do is, when you have a transformer and say you've got 15 lights in the front and 15 lights in the back, your transformer's plenty big enough to handle all the wattage of all those lights. Then what you can do is just run 2 separate lines. You run 1 wire from the terminals in the transformer to the front, 1 to the from the terminals to the transformer in the back. And if you're using a proper transformer that's big enough, like these, like the EX 150 watt transformer that we use, we've put 30 lights on these, depending on the kinds of lights, no problem. And just to make sure there's no voltage drop issues or anything, the terminals are big enough that you can run 2 sets of wires that go both ways. So it just eliminates that need for voltage drop. So just a quick explanation. But again, on YouTube, you can go and just search Lighting Doctor, how to size your transformer. Again, literally a dozen videos on how to go and do that. And the last question I'll ask is a guy who was having problems with his existing system, and he had made some comments that were basically exactly the reason why we started doing this. Is he had bought years ago some fixtures from one of the big box stores. They were cheaper lights, and now he's having issues with them flickering on and off after only a few years, when LEDs are supposed to last 5, 10, sometimes 15 years, depending on how you're using them. And the problem is, he didn't have drop-in bulbs. They're cheap integrated ones, so that means the LED board is built right in. So now what he's got to go do is, he can't change those LEDs out. So what's he got to do? He's got to replace the whole fixture. That's why we like using the drop-in bulbs, because I know that these are such good quality fixtures that these fixtures are going to last you. They're going to last you for 50 years, and all you got to go do is replace the bulb every few years. That's a hell of a lot better than having to go replace the fixture when the LED dies. And the other thing too is, you can get all kinds of LED bulbs online, on Amazon. I know for a fact, and I've talked about this in previous videos, that it's not that it's a bad thing, but a lot of the components for these lights are made down in China, which again is not a bad thing, but there's a lot cheaper quality standards. And the thing is, you won't notice it for the first year, the second year, but come the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th year, that's when all this stuff starts dying. So yes, it costs a fraction of the price, but if you plan on having your system for more than 3 years, I promise you that you're going to run into issues, because we get called out all the time to go and fix those same issues. And what we have to do 9 out of 10 times, we got to replace the whole fixture, because it's not just that the bulb is dying early, it's the components, the socket is getting weathered, rusted, everything, and that light is kaput. So in 10 years, you go buy the same system 3 times, or you spend a little bit more money and you get what works. General rule of thumb so far with landscape lighting, you get what you pay for. And I know there's a lot of brands out there that sell for half the price of what these are that claim lifetime warranties and all that crap, well, go and get one of those lifetime warranties honored, or I just know how cheaply they're made. I literally have a shelf of all that stuff because I get sent samples all the time that ship overseas to me because they want me to test their lights, and it's this exact same fixture, it's the exact same components coming from 10 different companies down there, and it's the same issues every time. So hopefully, again, they helped answer some more of your guys' questions. You know, again, be sure to get your free consultation videos, email me pictures of your property. I'd love to help you out with that. Send me more comments, more questions, and I'll keep answering them in videos like this. So thanks again for watching, guys. I really do appreciate all your comments and all your feedback. Hey guys, I really hope you enjoyed that video presentation with some great tips and tools on how to go and properly and effectively light up your landscape. And be sure, if you want your own free consultation video, just send me an email at cal@lightingdoctor.ca with a few pictures of your property, and we'll get back to you with some really cool ideas and ways to go and effectively light your property. And be sure to watch the videos after this one for more tips on how to install landscape lighting, as well as how to light up your landscape the best way possible.